So obviously, it's not like a normal time for me to be going to work, but I went to work this morning just to continue with my out processing, and then I realized something. Um, Actually, back up. So at 7 o'clock, one of my colleagues, she was like, "Hey y'all, don't forget y'all full reds. These are full reds, red top and red bottom." And and she's like, "I drove off and I had to turn back around to go get my reds." And so I laughed at her, like, "Man, why she always forgetting stuff?" I laughed at her, and then I was just like, and I kept going about with my morning preparation. And then I I got to the school and I realized I didn't bring my reds either. So I laughed at her and judged her a little bit, but then I proceeded to do the same exact thing. I had my shorts, but I didn't have my top. So I asked my boss, I was like, "Hey, can I just wear my uniform of the day out there since I'm not technically running the flight or anything?" And it hit me that the reason he said no and the reason that they turned my leave down is because they on some bull jump. What does that mean? They on some bull jump. I believe, and it's just a suspicion, I believe, so there's this tradition that every first time and every last time at Project X, the instructor has to go in the water. What does that mean, go in the water? It means that there's this obstacle that has water on it, and it's like to catch people if they fall. And water breaking your fall, we can talk about that because it ain't really breaking no falls. But whatever. But normally your flight will toss you into the pool, and it's just like it's a tradition thing. And so I thought because my last flight that I had, I didn't realize it was my last flight, so I didn't go in the water. So I thought I was gonna be slick and get out of that whole tradition, but something is telling me that they cooking up something for a player, and they trying to throw me in the water. So we gonna see. We gonna see how this chop out because I tried to go in my regular uniform of the day. Now they can't throw me in the water if I'm in my uniform of the day. But they can throw me in the water if I'm in this. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Um, I don't know. I ain't feeling it. I'm not because I don't have a flight. Like what? Is my coworker supposed to throw me in the water? Is that what we doing now? Horseplay? What if somebody got injured? What if I accidentally injured somebody? I ain't gonna injure nobody. What if something happened? Like what if somebody slid and hurt themselves? I'm gonna fill out a safety form and a safety report. We're not gonna do that anymore. We'll have to get rid of that tradition because it's not safe. Look at this dude about to cause an accident. But thank God it's Friday. Thank God. Thank God it's Friday. This has been a week. A week. This has been. I, I, yeah. This has been like a roller coaster. I've been on an emotional roller coaster. So the upside for me right now was yesterday. Hello, Lazy Worm. Yesterday, your boy got fully approved for this is my fourth home mortgage. Um, this is my fourth one, but like the first one we sold it, so I'm gonna call it my third. And so we got fully approved for that. So we go to closing on the 12th on home number 4, and I'm excited. I'm excited because um, one, It's the most expensive house we've ever owned. Normally, I don't get out of the 230s or 240s. In this home, we in the 320s. And so it's the thing is it's not more house. It's the value, I guess, of the land. And it's not like it's a super nice upscale neighborhood. It's probably like a middle class, not even upper middle class neighborhood. So, um, yeah, man, I don't know. That was the upside. But then the downside was I was told, by my leadership that yeah, all that hard work that you put in over these past couple of years because you took your PT test late, um, we're gonna wipe all of that out. Now, I didn't get an excellent on my PT test, but I passed. An excellent is a 90. I got an 88. But to be fair, I was sick for a whole 3 weeks. And so the fact that I was able to get an 88 out of a 100 is still pretty good when you literally been respiratorily ill for 3 whole weeks. Um, but I don't know. I'm gonna pat myself on the back, even if nobody. Sometimes you got to pat your own self on the back, even if nobody told you you did a good job. Because I'm a person that I need that. I thrive off of that. Like um, awards and stuff don't necessarily mean as much, but like that personal touch, I thrive off of that. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that gets me going. When I know that I'm actually appreciating when people show love, I like that. Um, but yeah, so they told me that was my low point. It was like, hey, you're not gonna get no recognition. Oh, and by the way, you might also get paperwork because you should have communicated that you were gonna be late, and because you didn't, what happened? What was the impact? What was the impact of me being late on my PT test? Potential impact. You're an officer. You should be better than that. I've never had an FGO that had these types of problems going late on PT tests. I find that hard to believe that I'm the only FGO that ever went late on the PT test. I find that really hard to believe, especially when you have FGOs that have failed like multiple PT tests over their career. All the PT tests I've taken, you know how many I've ever failed? That many. It's not an option. I ain't never got 100. Well, actually, I have got 100, but it was because I was on profile. But I've never taken every category of the PT test and scored a 100. But I pass, and I normally get excellent. So, I don't know. So that was my low. And then another low was they told me, so I was trying to take leave today because I was, we got a church conference out there in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm trying to go out there, fellowship with people. There's no people like God's people. And I'm trying to be with God's people. And my leadership was like, well, you don't even have orders. You're supposed to be trying to leave here on 1 September and you don't have your orders. Concentrate on your orders. And oh, by the way, we also need you because you're on the bench. Y'all don't need me today. Y'all don't need me. Remember, I'm trash. What can trash give you but trash? So just let me go. Nah, we can't let you go. We need you just in case. The outside chance that somebody is sick or something happens, we got you here to cover for them. So that's what's happening. Another upside, I got a 3D printer. Yes, I did. I got a 3D printer. I'm about to be printing everything. I don't know how 3D printers work, but I'm about to find out. I definitely am about to find out. Um, so I don't know. I want to make some stuff. I want to create. I feel like I have this thing in me that needs to be created. I have this creative aspect. Um, I don't know. It brings me great pleasure to create things. That's why I had so many kids. I didn't create them, but I mean, to see this human being that started from nothing, you know, I mean, the life is a miracle, you know, seed and the egg combined, and then all of a sudden you get this little human. It just blows my mind, and it's a beautiful thing. If I could have had more, I would have. Absolutely. 6 kids ain't enough. Nope. This is the gift of life, and I felt like it was my responsibility uh, as a black man to contribute to building a strong black nation. How do you build a strong black nation? By having a strong black man and a strong black woman combined to rear strong black children. The advancement of the race, the uplifting of the race. That's that's what they used to call it. We're not really on that time that much anymore, but that's what time I'm on. I'm back. Morning, how you doing? All right, how you doing? Hey, can't complain. All right, have a good one. So yeah, man, that's the mission. Building a strong black nation. And people don't like that. Like, imagine if I said building a strong white nation. Well, again, that would be like saying white lives matter. That literally is the nation. So why would we say that? Let's explore that. I was on TikTok. I already am seeing with all social media, with TikTok in particular, there is a dark side of TikTok. I think China, China created TikTok, but China doing some serious social engineering out on TikTok, man. And I kind of feel like I'm out on TikTok. One, I feel like they got microphones all over the place now because your cell phone is a microphone. And, even though you're not supposed to be able to take things to certain places in the military, that microphone still is microphone. And I mean, maybe there's some way they could jump from your phone to some other electronic thing or something else with the Bluetooth on it. And I don't know. I don't trust it. But yeah, I got on the TikTok, and somebody put this post up, and it was just like, uh, there was this black girl asking. I don't even know why she asked the question. She gonna ask the question, "What is it like being white?" I'm like, "Ma'am, are you good? Why do you care?" Let's start there. Why do you care? Start with why. Because you're not white, and you never will be. The only thing you could do, I mean, I guess you could. Ain't no harm in asking, but I'm just curious about the nature of that question. What motivates that question? But anyway, this person jumped in there, and they were just talking about how they don't get how they were just basically talking about how hard it is to be white, you know. And I was just like, okay, sure, sure. I'm not going to discount your experience because that is your experience. And I can't say nothing for or against your experience. I may disagree with your experience, or I may not believe your experience, but that's what your experience is. And it was just mind-boggling to me. Um, the like, okay, so it's hard, but why does being white have to be hard in view of blackness? And that was my problem because like they brought up like blackness, like, "Oh, we don't have this, we don't have that. I can't say I'm white and proud." I'm like, "Yeah, sure you can. Sure you can. So say it." Just like Delroy Lindo did. So say it. If that's what you want to say it. Sure you can. I'm white and proud. It's easy. But I don't know. Like, who says you can't have heritage pride? The truth is, a lot of y'all is ashamed of your heritage. So you can say it, but a lot of y'all is ashamed of the legacy of some of your ancestors. I think that's not where this live was supposed to go. It's just kind of where my mind meandered to. But I am almost at this place where we got to set up the obstacle courses and yeah, I'm not really feeling it. I tell you, man, it's a crazy thing when you work somewhere and you just like you really there just so you could get your paycheck and so that you could actually do your job. Because I love my job. Yesterday, I went to um, fill in for one of my coworkers. I think they had like something at the kid's school or doctor appointment or something, but I filled in for him, and the class they clapped for me after I taught the lesson. And I told them, I was like, I ain't never had a class clap for me, and I was a little bit pleasantly surprised. And so one part of it was like, are y'all clapping for real? Are y'all clapping because y'all glad to see me go, or are y'all clapping because you enjoyed? And he told me, he's like, nah, they said you was really good. They enjoyed you. They said you was good. I was like, well, I try. I try. I used to stay up like all night studying them lessons, and I hope they could see my effort. Did I do things perfectly? Did I instruct perfectly? No. Am I the perfect instructor? No. I mean, I will. Yeah, I'll tell you that. No hesitation. Nah. No, I ain't no perfect instructor, but I try, and I care about the people. I care about them students. I sure do. I sure do. Um, and that's the part of the job that I'm gonna miss. But like, it's awkward because like we at this point now, like every military organization, they have these things. Um, they have whatever they give away, they have it, and everybody signs it. And it's like I know people gonna sign it, but one, I know some of the people that sign it don't rock with me. Don't rock with me. But they sign it. And sometimes they'll just say something. And I mean, because I've signed people's, I ain't really rock with them, but I signed it. And some people I didn't rock with them and I didn't sign it. It's like I ain't gonna be fake. Um, Now I'm gonna be a Christian and I'm gonna try to hit you with the love of the Lord, but um, if we ain't have nothing, if we ain't had no connection, you can't fake connection. I mean, I can't. Some people can. A lot of people do, but not me. That's not me. That's not my style. So anyway, I'm about to go up to this thing. Hopefully they don't try to throw me in the water. If they do, I mean, I'm kind of expecting it, and I came prepared. So we shall see. I got my little clothes. What I don't have is underwear though. Ooh, wait, dude, I even bought underwear. Yes, my boy is ready. I didn't bring my boots. Yes, I did. Bought my boots too. I got everything. We're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we ready. We ready. Cause like I said, I know they're gonna try to throw me in this water. My coworkers, they gonna be like, hey, if one person remembers, they like, hey, y'all know Action didn't actually go in the water last class, and he gonna try to slide out here without getting in that water. I ain't gonna say nothing either. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna get up after they finish. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get out. We're gonna we're gonna move on to the next thing. So, anyway, remember, you don't need a second pair of underwear. Lazy, I love you, man. Lazy Words said, remember, you don't need to wear a second pair of underwear. You just need to wear brown pants. Got him! Yo, I actually wore, I got some baby shorts on right now. This might get awkward. Because you know what happened? As a man, I don't know if you're a male or not. I suspect you are. But you know, as a man, when you get out of water in a pool, you know what happened. You know what happened. And I left. So we got like some compression shorts where they have like that little compression short underneath, and then they have like the loose shorts. And so that can kind of, not really. But these shorts that I got on right here, I can't even show y'all these shorts because I might get flagged. And so I'm like, all right, well, if I get wet, man, like it might be a little bit of a show. I ain't trying to do it, but I'm just these shorts. My predator, I don't even know who the person was, but I think it was a female. But they left shorts, they left shirts, they left a lot of like uniform, like SOS uniform stuff there. And so I took it. I am not in the habit of paying for what I don't have to pay for. And if they left it, they wanted me to have it. So I took it. But these shorts are small, man. Like, all right, let me show you. Show you. I mean, you see, I got this medium shirt on. This definitely is medium. See how tight these shirts are? I mean, it's a little bit TMI. I almost feel like going over there on the lot, but that would be not in my best interest because you're not supposed to have that area shown. Especially that probably I ain't he says like, oh, you one of my favorites. Like, you one of my favorites. I just want you to know that. You are one of my favorites right now. He says slay. Slay. These our shades. This our squadron colors while we talked about Slay. But I feel like wearing these. These are my sunglasses. My son is 16. He got these glasses off of Timu. Timu was shining. I feel like wearing these. Can you hear that? Boom, 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 boom. Can you hear that? What that sound like? Does it sound like popcorn popping? That's the sound of freedom. There's an airman at the gun range putting putting ammo downrange. It's a bad day. It's a bad day to be downrange for that. Um, Ain't nobody downrange. It's just dummies, shooting dummies and target dummies. But still, um, yeah, man, America, freedom, and TGIF. Thank you for rocking with me. They look like they would be from Back to the Future. Yeah, I feel like these were '80s glasses. When I was a little kid and in elementary school, we had a gym teacher. I can't even remember her name, but she used to always have like like these braids, and the brand name was EK. Can't remember what EK stand for, but she used to have EK glasses. And I just remember this gym teacher. She had a big old butt. My sister when she watched it from Johnny Howard, JEH. I think her name was Miss Wilson or something. But she had a big old butt. I think she's like a substitute teacher, and she used to walk around. It'd be like one of Serena Williams, but it's dumb the things the kids remember. I was like in the third grade, but I do remember that. I do remember that distinctly. Oh. Anyway, I'm stalling. All right, we'll see y'all later. Be blessed.